Don't tell me all that madness. That I was the only one. She's been through all of that sadness. Ain't no one gonna heartbreak God. And tell me all that is going on. She was not only great. Her faith in the Most High is so strong. That's a perfect girl for me. You wanna ride? You ride.
Night of the buckle for the long, but those who can endure, yes, and we have endured so much within our community. The queens and the empress and the lioness, we have endured and we continue to endure. But right now, we say full stop. Not exclamation, not comma, no abbreviation. Full stop to abuse of woman. Yes, remember, we all come from a woman, a mother. We have a grandmother, we have an auntie, we have a sister, we have a niece, we have a girl cousin. Yes, one family, it happened to you, it happened to me. And one thing we know within our community, no matter what, from generational of years of slavery, when we were taken from our land, the amount of abuse we withstand. So it's time for us now, God willing, band we head and say no more. It's time we come together as queens and empress and level up the score. Yes, I am. Yes, queen. And that's what I say. Afua rose and the warrior queens. We say no more, we stand firm. Oh, you mean my queen? Rasta queen and us. But if it's required, we'll be on the front line. Where we at? I am ready to go. We're ready. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Never drop out. Never drop out. Don't you ever have doubt. Never doubt it for a moment. Solid Britain's got ready. One time. How the story's been told. Never drop out. A lioness is on the run. Ready to run. Oh yes, oh yes. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Yes, Rasta Queen. This is the second match. This is the second rally. Never let us down, never let us down. Anyone to see it. Now against the wall. When your back is against the wall, there's only one thing you can do. Fight. Fight for your survival. Fight for your life. And that's what we are doing right now. We reach the point where we can't take no more. We not take no more. Our back is truly against the wall.
This guy here is gonna make one recording. Yeah. That's coming out right now.
The police she is a charlatan. She don't love none of you. She don't love none of you.
Yes, she does. He's on that cross, isn't it?
This ain't done yet. This ain't blood clot done. You know what I mean, brother? Because I ain't trying to do her nothing. I'm with exposure. What do you mean, bro? My name.
This is why we say, this is a subject that rises the feelings, rises the emotions. We push our
There's not enough man. There's not enough man. People like you, bro. Energy like that. Why do you go out different, bro? I told her publish the messages. Shout to I'm not having this one. Oi, bro. Madness is not what's going to bring on every church around the world. What knows? Alright, watch let me show you. The world is watching. Hold on, watch. Hold on. The world is watching. Same way that they're watching. Hold on. Same way that they're watching. Same way that they're out there. Brother, listen. Woman, listen.
And I'm fearful to the woman. And I'm fearful to the family. Yes, and it's time for us to bring back the bridge and say, with you, as we
come through. You know it's a Sunday, so the crowds are gathering a lot more, they're gathering slower this year. A lot of people have been saying to me, oh, there was loads more people this year. It was a Saturday afternoon. This Sunday, people are coming from church. They're coming forward. Last year was rap. He thought that he could come and intimidate our women and stifle our voices. This year we have Milton McGowan over there trying to intimidate the women and trying to stifle our voices. That is not going to happen, my people. This movement is about the fact people. We've never had a voice where we can express ourselves. We've never had that. So this is what this campaign represents. It represents the fact that we, as a Windrush generation of women, that is where it started, we have taken back our power.
Yes.
And there is a lot of people that don't like it. There's a lot of people that are angry about that. We have taken back our power today. We are not going to be abused by our baby fathers. We are not going to stand silently and be abused by our uncles and our fathers and our brothers. We are saying enough is enough is enough.
Our voices will be heard.
Our voices will be heard. You understand? It will be heard regardless of anything. This brother over here, I asked him time and time again to come on the live with his concerns, and he chose to stay and troll my page to target Afua because she'd come on to tell her story, and because we talked about it. Afua said she had a vibe that he was a rapist. I did not say that, but he wants to indict me and give himself kudos, and rather than come on the live peacefully, he's chosen to come down here and try to intimidate us. We say his time is up. It is up. It is up.
Time is up.
Yeah? This man is a personal friend of Vincent Rat. He contacted me when I was in Tanzania to tell me that. And I entertained him with reasoning. When he got shirty and started shouting at me, I took issue and I cut him off and blocked him on my Facebook. I don't know this man from anywhere but that. And since that day I blocked him on Facebook, he has decided to troll my page. If I'm a liar, like you were saying in the comments, why didn't you come on the live and defend yourself? You choose to come here to show us and flex your muscles and shout at us because you're a misogynistic, nasty piece of work, and you keep the wrong company. You keep the wrong company. This is the man that tried to convince us that Vincent Rat was a community leader that should be respected. Shame on you. Shame on you. Defending a paedophile. Defending a paedophile. Calling him a community leader when you knew what he was going on with, just like any man in Brixton. Oh yeah, whatever. You knew, just like any man in Brixton, that this man was a prolific paedophile. Why have you come here to try to intimidate us? Shame on you. You're behaving like a slave master. Shame on you. And that's all I'm saying with him. My sisters, we want to hear your stories, because I know that we've got people here that have been hurt. Yeah? We love our men, but we don't love the deviant ones amongst them. We refuse to shield the deviant ones amongst them any further. We are no longer going to do that. Let us celebrate the good brothers in our community, those that are willing to stand up. This brother here, P. Last year, our brother Mega, none of them needed to do what they did, but they saw that our cause was righteous. They saw that it was time, because they grew up with the story same way we did. Do you understand? And they've put themselves on the line, their heads above the parapet, to come out here and do what the brothers are supposed to be doing. Come, Killer P.
I'm not here for that bit. I'm only here in the background to protect the sisters that have a voice that need to be heard. That is it. Our voice gets heard. I want you guys' voice to be heard without any of these type of people in the background trying to intimidate you guys. Because that's what we're here for. If you want to intimidate me, I come from that. And we can deal with that. And most of the man from these parts knows that we deal with those that want to intimidate those. So we can identify. But don't do it to the sisters, because that's what's led this to where we're at today. Silence the sisters till you box them up. Silence them and box them up and left them in one room. Picnic them in the next room. No, I was a part of that. Yeah. One toxis.
Nice, Killer P.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right, my brother. You know, that's it. I mean, anybody that has any sense of decency would be saying what this brother is saying. who has any sense of decency. And we want to hear your stories. This is about you guys. It's about sharing what has been going on for you. And we're going to do the same that we did last year. We are going to go over to the town hall and we're going to rally there, okay? And after that, we're going to march up to Brixton police station because we want answers. As much as we work with the police and we respect them for the job that they do, we want answers as a community why this has been allowed to happen and run rampant in our community for generations.
We love that part there, you know. But we don't work with police, you know. They big up the sisters that have to. But I know I need to make that clear for you. Because this is what the people are trying to do to slander me. Oh, we work with bad man, I work with police. I'm here to defend my sisters.
I hear you. I hear you. When I say work with police, I'm not a part of the police force. But right now, they're the people, that's all we've got. And we need, as a community, to stop this black wall of silence. Yeah, we need to do that because that is what has allowed this type of thing to endure for so long. Is the fact that we don't want to build a relationship. Anybody, any clever strategist, if you look at any of our leaders from Malcolm X to Marcus Garvey, they worked alongside with the police. They might not have agreed with them, they might not have loved them, but a true strategist puts their emotions at the door. That's what we need to do. And we need to understand that a relationship needs to be built so that those of us who are witness to knife crime, who see us killing each other, those of us that are being raped in our homes feel able to go and bring due process. That is part of what we're trying to do. You know, I've said it lots of times on the live, I don't need to keep saying it again. Yeah? I'm the quickest, let me tell you, if you threaten me, your name will be given to the police. Milton, your name was given to the police from days ago. Days ago, because we knew you'd be here. We did. Yeah? We did. So I'm not about no wall of silence. I will serve you up quick to the powers that be. Unfortunately, we live in a community, in a Western world where we have to. And until you people, our people, black people, decide to formulate their own government, decide to go back and do what they need to do and be able to govern and police themselves, they are all we have. And that's it, as far as I'm concerned, my brothers and sisters. So let's do that. There is a new route to this march which wasn't advertised, because we're going to go up to UCKG Church. Yeah? We got the two sisters here that were on the live. And there, I am going to do a prayer. I wanted to start this with prayer today. I really did. On the way, all week, from the time Tuesday turned this week, it has been nothing but one thing after another that threatened for me not to be here today. All the way from the speaker. It threatened for me not to be here today. On the way here this morning, I had my daughter in the back of the car. Thankfully, by the grace of God, we hadn't even hit the motorway yet. But going at 25 miles an hour, on my driver's side, my front and back wheels exploded. And that could have been a lot worse. So there are elements. Two wheels. Not one.
The devil
What's
never
going on?
won.
Okay. So there are elements of work here, my brother. Two.
With the alloys bent.
Wow.
With the alloys bent. Imagine, and there was no impact like that.
For the alloys to be bent. So we already know that there are elements that are fighting this. Yeah? And that's what makes me know I'm not concerned about the size of the crowd. We got enough pure warrior spirits here for our voices to be heard. And I'm good with that. Let's lead out, my brothers and sisters. Give us some time. Security are going to get ahead of the crowd. And we're going to go across the road to Lambeth Town Hall. And then from there, where is UCKG, sister? Is it after or before the police station? After the police station. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go UCKG first, and then we're going to come back to the police station and then come back here for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, my brothers and sisters? Is that good with you guys? Are we here? Are we afraid?
No!
Are our voices being heard? Yes. His time is up. His time is up. His time is up. His time. fictional representation. More than that, their bloody hand is in it. They placed these children in unsafe spaces. They knew that they were young children, 11 and 12 years old, turning up pregnant on their patch, and they did absolutely nothing about it. They literally placed these children in really unsafe, abusive environments, and they never looked back. They locked the door and threw away the key. That's what happened. So that's the reason we come up to Lambeth. That's the reason that we've been trying to liaise with Lambeth MPs, all three of them women. All three of them women. Two of them black women. And they have done absolutely nothing to assist us in this campaign. So we indict them today. That's what we do. We indict them. And when we go to the police station, we're going to hear more about how the whole thing is in tandem with each other. That is what's going on. This is a conspiracy. These people have given redress to every other young person in Lambeth care homes that were abused, but they have not given a redress to the victims of melting pots, to the victims of Veronica Douglas care homes, Tony Clark's care homes. None of it has been redressed or even addressed by Lambeth. So my brothers and sisters, I want to hear your stories. Tell us about UCKG. Tell us about that nasty uncle. Tell us, share here, because the one thing that I will tell you and I can assure you of is that when you speak it into the atmosphere, their power is gone. It is gone. There is no more secrets. They don't have that power to be able to silence. We've seen the display from Milton McLaren right now about what happens when we refuse to be silent. He's ashamed. That's why he's been here, because me and Afua really exposed him to who he really was. And that's what it is. This collective shame that we have that gives rise to debauchery in our community and stop, my brother. I can see a sister here, Donna Murray Turner, who I know is a big activist. Yes, Donna. I don't try and hide behind the phone. I know that she's a big advocate for women and young people in Lambeth and Croydon, I believe. Is that right, sister? I'd love you to come up and say a few words for us. If you please. Yes, you, Donna. Come on, do you know? Do you know how many young black girls' lives would have been saved if people talked up? But they were too afraid of these so-called community leaders. And where are they now? They've never done anything to support, feed us and nourish us as a community. Never. So I really big up Sugaful because you know what? The time is up, blood. And we stand with her. As survivors, we stand with her, and as black women we stand with her because somebody must talk up. There is nobody else to talk up for us, so we must talk up for ourselves. Thank you. Yes, my sister, I'm doing the same thing as you now. UCKG, come up for me, my sister. This is the beautiful sister Rachel who came on the platform and shared her story and her experiences of the UCKG church. We know there's a branch in Brixton. We know that there's a lot of atrocities going on there, a lot of darkness. So we're going to go there. After this, you're going to lead with us, sis, because I don't know where it is. And we're going to put down some prayer because I think they need that. That's what they need. They need prayer. They don't need rallying and marching. They need prayer. That's what those people need. Tell us, sister, for the people that didn't see the live, why you're here.
Greetings, everybody. I'm here on the behalf of the Surviving Universal UK movement. It's a movement to raise awareness about the atrocities of the UCKG Health Centre. There is a branch just before Turtle Bay here in Brixton. They have one in Croydon, Peckham. They have one in every borough you can think of. Anywhere where there's black people in the UK, that's where they set up shop. Because they want your children. They want the children. They want the single mothers. They want people who are struggling. People who want help. And then they get them and then they brainwash you. They take away your money. They take away your self-esteem. They take away your identity as black people. And then they want to parade around as if they care about people. As if they care about mental health. When all they do is demonize mental health. If you was to go in there today and tell them that you have depression, you have suicidal thoughts, they'll tell you to present an offering to God. They'll tell you that you need deliverance, that you're full of demons. And these are the same people that prey on black people. You go into any UCKG in the UK, you'll see pure black people. They don't business with black people. The bishop said Black Lives Matter is a lie. He fucked his members from protesting during Black Lives Matter. They do not care about black people, but they care about your black pounds. They want your money, they want your energy, they want your time, all to use you, to abuse you. But today we say UCKG fooling. They're gonna know that we're not having it. We're not having it. We're not allowing them to get away with brainwashing our children. We're making our children look, drop out of uni, come to the church full time, serve college. You don't need to go uni. You don't need to go to your family's party. We're your family. We're saying that's enough. We're not having it. So today when we march past the Brixton branch, we need to let them in there know that we're not having it. We won't tolerate it, and they will fool. They will fool in Brixton. They will fool in Croydon. They will fool in Fitzgerald. They will fool in Hackney. They will fool. Everybody will know about it. If you didn't know about the UCKG, now you know. Because they're after you. Their time's up. Thank you.
Listen, my sister, if I'm honest with you, after all that we've learned in the last month or so about UCKG, I'm kind of looking forward to this part of the march more than anything else, I'm going to be honest. You understand? These paedophiles around there, they already know, we've done their skin loads of times. But you see this lot up here? When I hear what they've been going on with, to our children, it's not on. I cannot wait to get to UCKG right now, my brothers and sisters, let me tell you. Is there anybody else that wants to lend their voice? Anyone else? We had a lot more vocalism last year. But you know what? This is actually a good sign because it means that we're sharing our stories. It means we're talking. I think what we saw last year was an outpouring of people that had never spoken. You know, but those people have spoken now, so it's a good thing. We're here being more active and more participatory in that regard. It's not a bad thing at all. Sister Lorraine, did you want to come up?
I wondered if I should do it at the end.
All right, let's do it at the end because we're still going to hear from people at the end. Lead us to UCKG, my sister. Lead us to UCKG. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In our community anymore. No more violence against women and girls. No more black violence and stabbings. No more police killings. No more are we going to stand for that in our community. No more. Up to. His time is up. 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 Shout it loud, for sisters. His time is up. 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 Come on. All
Yes, your time is up. Ah, we had it turned down. My sister, join me in a moment of prayer. Because when people come in the name of the Most High Living God, the mighty Yahweh, and in the vessel of the conqueror, Yeshua the Christ, and come with wickedness in that name, we have authority to stamp them out. We have authority to stamp them out. We get prayer. That's what it is. You don't brainwash our children. You don't brainwash our children. You don't take their money. That's not what you do. Yeah? My heavenly Father, God, we are here right now, oh Father, Lord, your God. Time is up. Your angels and your principalities, oh Father, Lord, your God. To fight the wickedness that exists. Open up this. Father, Lord, your God, we are mighty and we are gracious. We managed to look off UCKG. What a triumph! What a triumph! What a triumph! There won't be alchemy again today, not while we are here. They abuse children, they brainwash children, and they exploit children, and they target our community. Their trauma's gone down. And this actually, when it comes onto the UCKG aspect of this, for those of you that don't know, we joined forces with His Time Is Up and UCKG to achieve that. And we're going to do that in Finsbury Park, we're going to do that in Croydon. That is what we're going to do. We've got a special thing going on for UCKG, so look out for that, my brothers and sisters. Babylon, your throne gone down, gone down. Babylon, your throne gone down. Bringing the spirit of the ancestors, my brothers and sisters, they forever walk with us. They forever walk with us. They've caused us to be protected today by our first protagonist, Milton McGowan, over in Windrush Square this morning. He decided to be the rap for 2022. Last year we had the man himself, and this time he sent one of his proteges. Yeah? But each time you women have taken back your power, and you have not stood for that type of behaviour. That's right, my brothers and sisters. Let's go across. Babylon, your throne gone down, gone down. Babylon, your throne gone down.
Station. Station.
were ignored and a blind eye turned to this black community that we have here. How many? 666! Turn it around! Brixton police! Brixton police! Brixton police! atrocities. Yeah? It's the first time in the whole generation that we've had a gathering like this. It's monumental. See more people here. It's such a hot topic. Everybody wants to run out when the police kill a black man. Nobody wants to come out when we are killing each other. Nobody wants to make up noise when our women are being raped wholesale by our own men. Nobody wants to make up noise about that. Yeah? It is a rank hypocrisy that exists in our community, and that's what we are highlighting. Nobody wants to do that. It's like a carbon of last year, only players it's like that. Right now. Last year we had that, now we got a quarry. It's like that. Right now. You understand? Ridiculous. We are not victims. We're not even survivors. We are motherfucking slackers. I want to hear
numbers to me, it's not good enough. Yeah? This is what we stand for as black people, protecting our women and our children. We people. Yeah? So I tell you straight. Like I said, I come with my child. Yeah, we don't fear no man. Yeah? I don't know half of the people that have been called out, and I don't care to know them because they're not of the same ilk. I'm about protecting my sisters, protecting my women. Yeah? And I'm saying any activist that's out there and they're not here, look into yourself, brother. Yeah? Because we can't just fight one fight. We're fighting for us. Yeah? And we include people within our community. That's the thing. We're probably the most inclusive out there. So if we're fighting for right, we can't pick and choose the right fight, bro. Yeah? We're supposed to stand up together for all of them. Yeah? Much crab in a barrel mentality. Yeah? Sister's been doing this for so long, put her life on the line, literally. Yeah? Where's the back? Yeah. I see a real one there. You see this right? I don't even know him, and I know he's a real one. I don't even know him, and I know he's a real one. Look the way man stood there, one up. Same speed. Yeah? It's not about that. No, yo, listen, good over evil. You can't back me up over my you. You trouble this, I swear to God, it will be away. Yeah? I'm not losing that fight. And if I do, there's many behind me with my family, my help, and carry that out. Yeah? We're not dickheads, we're not
need to back it. I think it's sad that this is the numbers. Yeah, so everyone who's filming posts that. Yeah, if you say you're an activist in this community, yeah, what do you do to Trafalgar Square when it's all limelight and Instagram posts? Get down here and watch it. Doing it for clout, yeah? And that's not even to diss nobody, because at the end of the day, I rate what the man them are doing, but you can't say you're an activist if you ain't stepping on an issue like this within our community. And every one of us knows a man that has done this thing, yeah? Everybody grew up watching. I went to school and competed for girls my age with man that was running sound system. How can that work? How can that work? I'm on a BMX, you're on a car. How's that gonna work? But you know what I did? I flipped it on the script. I ain't gonna lie. I started rolling up on their women, bro. Yeah? I'm the opposite to these man. I checked their women. Yeah? That was my, I was that rebellious. Your side, I pick your side. Let's see the man. I'm over on your swing. You know what I mean? But yet, even that, this thing is still wrong because it's the other way around. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, if we ain't getting behind this, yeah, and that's why I don't do group. Yeah, me one.
Tell you something. He's one of the biggest, toughest, lion-hearted brothers I've ever come across. This one is a real one. Big one. Give it up. And that Rat is actually his real name. It's not street name. It's Rat. That's the picnic. Don't know. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Come on, sisters. Come and talk to us. Talk to us. No one ain't coming forward. Like I said by the town hall, this shows, okay, we've got a sister here, come fire. Oh, UCKG, repent! Repent! Before it's too late for you, repent!
Right, you all know me from the platform. Then he went to Dominica and come back to London again, and I was inundated with people from East London telling me I was molested by. Right? So when you're calling a young lady slut, slosher, and all these words, you better understand something behind it, right? When you say, oh, that little girl who's 8 is fast, I'm telling you this now, we learn behaviour. We learn it. So who are we learning it from? Well, as you know, my story, starting from the age of 2, I get flashbacks. I'm 41 now. Starting from the age of 2 to 8, I was molested by a family friend, right? To this day, me and my mum can't talk about the situation. Whatever happens in the home stays in the home. Well, fuck that. Because anyone touches my child, I'm doing time. And then, as we all know, what happened to me at age 15 in Norwich Road, and everyone said it should have, oh, she's a slag, so it wasn't rape. Until someone else came forward who was 13, did they believe that, oh, actually, this guy is a rapist. He's on the sex offenders register now. But as we know, the sex offenders are changing their names. So they go under the ground. And ladies, when you go on these websites, Facebook, Instagram, Tag, all these websites, and you see a nice looking man, oh, don't bring him home 2 weeks later and introduce him to your children. Look into his background. If something is missing, and you know, what happened to you between 94 and 98? Oh, well, means he might probably done something that you don't want you to know. And all these gangs that are kidnapping kids and county lines, you think they're not getting molested too? I used to work in the system, you know, these boys are getting raped. All these boys sagging their trousers, why.
I wonder why.
I absolutely wonder why. And everyone in Forest Gate, shame on you. I literally left East London because of the abuse I got. People calling me slag and everything else. I left East London. I went to college all the way in Wembley to get away from you people. And now and then I moved as fast as I could to get away from you. And you're still pointing the finger at me and other girls calling us slags when you are the rapist. Rat! You said if anyone calls your name, you got a problem. Rat! Come, what are you going to do about it? Peter Bailey, what are you going to do about it? All of you fun. Milton McGann, what are you going to do about it? I was in the front with my gloves on. What? You know what I mean? But everyone, be careful, mindful. When you see, don't be laughing at these ladies that are crackheads. A lot of them were molested as children by their dads, uncles. So please, and to all the kids that are out there, you're watching it, tell someone there's someone that cares. Tell me, and I'll go and deal with them. What are you here for? What are you here for? Step back! I'm telling my story. Step back! From your end! Step back! From your end! Step back! Step back! You step back! We are fed up! We are fed up! We are fed up! We are fed up of you! Step back! Come on outside! Don't be defending pedophiles! How are you him? How can you make your women and send them in like you're a man of honor? How can you? You are not a man of honor, you're a damn pig! You sold your own sisters! You sold your own sisters! Let me get home! I'm alright. People, do not let it be about this Ray-Man. You understand? It's not. Come on guys, his time is up. 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 As long as I last saw people, England is a free country, a democratic society where we are allowed to come and express ourselves on the streets of London. That's what he wants to do, let him be. He wants the attention, he's clearly unhinged, and he doesn't even have an argument. His time is up! 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 These are the types of individuals that are allowed to run amok in our community, aided and abetted by the very people he used to call enemy, whose skirts he's now hiding behind. His time is up! His time is up! Come from under the people them fuck tail. They don't like you and you don't like them. Come from under their fuck tail. This is somebody that thinks they're a bad man, but yet they're under the fuck tail of the fence. His time is up! 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 Come from under their fence. Fuck tail. We're not friends of you. His time is up!
said, I'm a dead American. You've made a fictitious name. Then she said, I'm trolling her. She's already called my name. Called her a rapist. She did. I put it on film. I called her on Messenger and asked her about services. How are we going to do services? So what's happened because the police is filmed us and adult social care is filmed. So I want to screen put a mind together and set up. I'm 58. Vincent is the same age as my older brother. I don't even check him. But how can I defend him? I don't know what he's done. I can't defend what I don't know. What do you mean I heard it's done? I've heard from her platform.
Had been assaulted. From I was 5 years old, I met my first girl who had been assaulted. I have been raised between Jamaica and England, and I don't know what has been happening. But I feel at least 80% of the women in our community have been assaulted, whether they're willing to speak about it or not. And so, don't it? And since I started, I actually exposed my own assaulters online, and the amount of people, the amount of women from all over the world that come to tell me what their father did, what their brother did, what their uncle did, what their best friend, brother did. Okay? So this is a sacred strength. Yes, it's a small amount. We don't need a bag of people. We just need the real, right people. And I'm praying, not just for today, but moving forward this decade. You get what I'm saying? Let's try and impact some positive change. And to all of the predators and the intimidators in this area, I just threw my outside police station, but can't talk about what you want to say. But I am not the one, do you understand? And I say execution for rape! Execution for rape! Execution for rape! You touch the rape! Run, run, run!
He did it last year too. He just wants it lonely and sad. Lonely and sad and hiding behind the fence structure. And that's what he wants. Right. No one called this man saying, you know, this man came and presented himself as a spiritual, stalking us, abusing us, and because we chose to expose him, that is what he's problem is. No people his name. His name was called because he was a stalker. A stalker! That's why his name was called. Yeah, this man contacted me and he was stalking. And then he started stalking this sister after she shared her pain on our platform. He targeted her and started stalking her as well. What this man has to be angry about, I do not know. Everybody say in the Jamaican tongue,
Yes, man. As we say, respect and honors each and every time. Mighty warrior sound. And right about now, we are welcoming back the mighty queen, the mighty warrior. We are welcoming back the mighty queen, triumphant, Afua rules, and the warrior queen. Yes, his time is up. His time is up. His time is up. I don't believe it.
To hold a minute silence for our sister Sasha Johnson, who is up in a brain recovery unit, a specialist unit in Putney. But guess what? She's clung on like a true warrior in that condition for 1 whole year. You understand? So I believe there's a purpose in that. I believe that if the Father wanted to take her, he would have took her then. That's what I believe. So let's send her lots of healing prayers and healing energy, and let's just take a little time out, keep the drum going, and let us be silent for that sister. Just for 1 minute, my brothers and sisters. No talking. No talking, no talking, no talking. No talking, no talking. 1 minute silence. Okay. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, thank you. Blessed love. To hold a minute silence for our sister Sasha Johnson, who is up in a brain recovery unit, a specialist unit in Putney. But guess what? She's clung on like a true warrior in that condition for 1 whole year. You understand? So I believe there's a purpose in that. I believe that if the Father wanted to take her, he would have took her then. That's what I believe. So let's send her lots of healing prayers and healing energy, and let's just take a little time out, keep the drum going, and let us be silent for that sister. Just for 1 minute, my brothers and sisters. No talking. No talking, no talking, no talking. No talking, no talking. 1 minute silence. Okay. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, thank you. Blessed love.
Life, and because of that, you deserve all the respect in the universe. If a man don't know how to treat you, I say it's time for you to get another verse. And kings, I know you've been hurt too, but do know that the disrespect that you've shown to our queens is never deserved.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Let's show our queens and start thinking with the brain inside of our skulls. Let's start thinking and letting our queens know that they are one true love, are now and forever. When it comes in regards to cowards that disrespect our queens, do know this, that your time is up. And for that, there's no excuse.
For all of the queens out there, have this in your mind. You deserve the utmost respect. And when it comes to these inhumane cowards, be one thing, and that is through. Thank you.
Because it means I'm vexed, I'm fed up, I'm taking a stand, I'm at the end of my tether. You understand? I'm fed up. Yeah, some of us is not even by choice because I share the same earth strong as Stephen Lance. I've been on the battlefield a long time. And to be honest, I said I now have a talk no more. Now I make the drum talking. Yeah, so this is the first time that I've taken the mic, and in part is because of my brother Reggie. Because I'd been in the studio and he was in the studio with me. But my show, radio show, is called Concept to Us. Yeah, enough is enough. And because you have to talk the truth, then down. You understand? So that's where it is. But me not mind because the drum will continue to talk. And as was says, I'm gonna leave my drum with my brethren. You understand? Because it's a man to man, it's just so unjust, you don't know who we trust. Yeah. I can trust my brother this, sir. You understand? Okay, there's no problem as long as no ring is on the finger. Yeah, because when you take up the drum, it causes a lot of good and bad vibrations. You understand? So as we see what's going on in the world right now, everybody is saying enough is enough, you know. But not for now, not for we are said to us, because we know say the system Babylon has fallen. You understand? And when we talk about certain things, that's why you say I'm not on the air. You understand? But more strength to you. I'm pledging my support, my commitment. Yeah, because I know it's not how long we're on this earth, it's what we're doing our time. You understand? So I'm mindful of that, and I'm gonna go and pay my respect to my mother. My daughter landed in Jamaica this morning with my grandparents, and some of them are travel again this week. You understand? But the work continues, and we have to be strengthened because vibration is very powerful. The aim is to get 1,000 drums. So as it put out there, we're calling. Yeah, because we need the numbers. Because like the wall of Jericho, I know.
Knock them down.
Yeah, I saw the vibration. The energy, the frequency, the waves, everything, it penetrates the walls. Yeah, but the important it represents our heartbeat. Yeah, so where there's love, there's hope. Yeah, manners and respect.
Blessed love, my brother. And you know the drum is so important in our history. You know, we use the drum to speak to each other when we were being suppressed on the plantations. We use the drum at birthing ceremonies and weddings, and the drum is always about bringing forth that positive vibration. It is the heartbeat, and it has always underpinned this community. The drum is so important, and I love that drum. I love that drum, the djembe drum, the heartbeat, the originality, the organicness. Absolutely love it, my brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. Whose time is up? What is it? In therapy, I was kind of coming to terms with everything. I was loosing my anger. You know, in the Bible when it says, woman, thou art loose. You know, that was kind of the season that I was in. And I wrote this piece, which was very different. You know, I was kind of a bit of a little toaster, a DJ back in the day. That my poetry took that expression. But I wrote this, and it's really about my journey and me coming out the other side. So I'm going to share that with you, my brothers and sisters, a cappella. I awoke this morning with the rising sun. Exhilarating light bore witness to my plight. The story's just begun. Whoever said it would be easy breathing on the outside. Is this alive? I feared it was dead. Am I really me? Can I see the error of strange ways through my hazy days? I am number one, second to none. From dark depths I emerge to face my crystal glory. Released from twisted fate, I rise to tell my story. No more good morning heartache, hello pain. I say bye-bye sleep demons, farewell shame. That rocky road to success, I do confess, keeps me holding on, but I am strong, have to be. Realize what is written, put existence to the test. Hijack bad energy, in this self I invest. Angels scream my name now, my creator truly pleased. I skate upon the life rink with gracious peaceful ease. Whispers speak to me, fear not brave one, torture overcome, your story's just begun. I think I can rest a while now and lay this weary head, for I alone have witnessed my resurrection from the dead. I think I can rest a while and lay this weary head, for I alone have witnessed my resurrection from the dead. Thank you, people. Anyone else want to come up and say a few words? No. All right, we're going to listen. Toya? All right, cool. This is the organic section, people. It's not scheduled. We just want everybody to try and participate if they can. And we're going to do what we did last year in a minute, where we're going to form hands in a circle around the square and seal and block that positive energy, okay? I've calmed down now. I just wanted to say, that was not what I wanted to say, I just said it. But as we live in a celebrity-filled world, I've got some names of celebrities that have gone through the same thing. Drew Barrymore, Oprah Winfrey, Christina Aguilera, Marilyn Monroe, Chester Bennington, Tyler Perry, Roseanne Barr, Queen Latifah, Maya Angelou, Tina Turner, Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, Tavis Smiley, Rosie Perez, Billie Holiday, Eartha Kitt, Antoine Fisher, Bridges, Carlos Santana, Fantasia Barrino, Derek Luke, and Tyra Banks. I'm a wrestling fan. Jake the Snake Roberts was conceived because his 30-year-old father raped a 13-year-old. And he turned to drugs because he couldn't deal with it. All the women that are here today and all the women that hear my voice, please stand strong. You are not a victim. You are a survivor! We're not tolerating abuse on the children no more. We are stamping it out of our community. No more. And to the gentleman that's sitting over there, the one that keeps interrupting us, could you go home and take a rest?
Respect. English earlier.
Okay. Hello everyone. Some of you know my story, and I'm here today to share a little more of it. Sorry. Originally I was gonna share it on Afua's platform, but I don't want it to get shut down. I don't want the members to get shut down. So today I'm gonna say it in public. I'm gonna expose the names, the people that Kelvin Savroach used against me, and what Haringey police are using against me, because they're not hearing it. They're not listening to me. I've told them everything. Some of you know I was in an abusive relationship with Kelvin Savroach. He groomed me for 6 months, and then he spent 18 months abusing me, verbally, emotionally, physically, and towards the end, sexually. I managed to get him out in August 2020. I knew that wasn't I knew that wouldn't be the end of it. The next 3 months was harassment, abuse, theft from my house, damage to my car, and I was kept in his house for over an hour, where he sat me down and verbally abused me. The most disgusting things I've ever heard in my life. But I was frightened. I thought to myself, is he going to get his gun out of the safe? How am I going to get out of here? But I did get out. But the abuse continued. In September, I was arrested by Haringey police, wrongfully arrested. I was assaulted by Haringey police. I still getting
medical attention for my shoulders. They threw me in the van and they took me to Wembley police station. They kept me there all night. They released me about 3 o'clock the next day. I was hysterical, self-harming in the cell, everything, nothing. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. At that point, again, I'd already been suicidal once, but after that, I just couldn't take it. 3 days later, Sabaroach turns up at my door again. He assaults me on the 14th of September 2020. Come October, November, the 1st of November came when I reported him to the police because I was scared. His messages, I was scared for my life. The intimidation, that's right, my sister. And I tell you, it's not just from Kelvin Sabaroach. Kelvin Sabaroach, the Sabaroaches have got some kind of protection. He told me that about, after he raped me, let's go back here. After he raped me on the 18th of January, 2019, he got, because I crumbled inside. I died inside. I couldn't leave. I couldn't tell my son, I couldn't tell my daughter. But I did tell 2 of my friends. Because I needed their support. As I say, the intimidation, this is what I want to expose. Kelvin Sabaroach claims, he made claims to me, especially after I got him out of my house. You think you can get me? I'm protected, man. Barristers, police, social workers, and it's all played out. Seems like he is protected, because 2 years later, he's still not been arrested. He's been brought into Haringey police station. He's been interviewed. He came with a representative and a personal statement, apparently. My officer in charge said, oh well, it's not what you want to hear, but, you know. At that point, I wasn't in the country. I'd had a breakdown. My friends took me out of the country. At that point, that's when I said, I have to make a complaint. And I did, direct to the IOPC. Everything I put in there. Let's not forget, I'd had a non-molestation order in place. The judge didn't have a problem. I wasn't called in to give a statement. They read what I'd written, and she put a 12-month non-molestation order on him. When that ran out, I went back to the police to say, it's run out, can I reapply? My officer in charge sent a message through my support worker saying, well, he ain't contacted her in a year, so she don't really need it, does she? That's what prompted me. I need support. I need to expose this man, this family. His time is up. I decided, let me put it out there. I'll put it out there on a platform, a neighbourhood platform. I did, because there's plenty of white people that see that. There's plenty of professionals. The police monitor it. And sure enough, I put his picture up there. I put the fact that I've had a non-molestation order. I put it up there. And I warn people, if you know this man, apply to Clare's Law. If you're a woman and you're dealing with him, apply to Clare's Law and you'll see. You'll see what a monster he is. He's a convicted criminal.
Is he still working at the bus garage?
Well, it's funny you say that. So, he's a bus driver. He works for London Transport. Wow. Out of Holloway bus garage. I asked my officer, my police officer, 2 days ago, is he still working there? He won't tell me. He won't tell me. The police officer, Haringey police officer, my allocated police officer, won't tell me. He told me it's up to my support worker to that if he's still working there. So, I wrote to the mayor. I sent him an email direct. So the mayor knows that they've got a convicted criminal. It's about, I think it must have been at the beginning of the year I sent that email, I can't remember. The mayor knows, Sadiq Khan, you know that Kelvin Sabaroch, a convicted criminal, user of women, is driving around on the buses. You keep employing him. Why's that? How come? Your whole service know. They replied to my email. I got the standard reply. And what they did, they sent me a list of domestic abuse organisations to get in touch with, because they care and they understand so much. They made a big mistake there, and they realised, they tried to recall it, but I'd opened it already. I opened the email already, so they wasn't able to recall it. They wasn't able to hide that from me anyway. I've told the police officers everything. So it's funny how it sickened me. You know them times where they had all those adverts about, demonising men basically, and making young girls grow up to be frightened of them. Oh, if you're walking along the street and a male's calling at you, call the police, report them. Report them for what? What are they going to do? They've done nothing with Kelvin Sabaroch. They do nothing. What do they do? So the mayor's message is, report, we will deal with it. Well, the mayor knows that he's got an employer driving around on a bus. Known for years. How did he get that? After I'd given my story on the platform, everybody, he must be a snitch. He must be a snitch. That's right. Barristers. He's used a barrister. Her name is Paula Roan Adrian. She's a renowned barrister. She's even won a prize. Yeah? According to Kelvin Sabaroch. Oh, that's right, you know. According to Kelvin Sabaroch, she's got him. I can't touch me. He said to me in August, no, September, you think you can do anything to me? Oh, you don't know Paula's on my side. She begs me. I've known her for years. From back in the day when she used to bring the drugs in as a youth, she used to bring the drugs into the youths. I know that happens. I worked in that industry. I know. So he claims he's got the barristers protecting him. He claims that she's begging him to go to his house and live with her in Queensway. He goes, every time, whenever she wants her coke, whenever she wants sex, I give it to her. That's it, because I know she protects me. Yeah? That's the barrister, Paula Roan Adrian. So, with that information, I've given it to the police as well. Every time I give the police information, they just say, okay, that's it. I asked my officer, what are you going to do with all this information I've given you? You're not doing anything. He said, oh, it's something that it will be kept on file, he said to me. So I wrote to the head of chambers. She works out of the Lands building. I wrote to him. He knows there's a barrister there that Kelvin Sabaroch claims is helping him. That's helped him for years and years. In September, I got another call from Kelvin. He would call me sometimes and he liked to show off because I could tell he was all hyped up. Guess where I've been? Guess where I was last night? Guess. And I can do the actions because it helps me release. Guess where I was? Go on, guess. I was at Annie Lennox's house. I was sitting in a flat in Holland Park talking to Annie Lennox. I never said anything. I just thought, maybe nice he's supplying the drugs to the stars. Didn't think anything of it. I thought, I'm going to get this man out of my life anyway. Let's move on now to January 2021. Oh no, January 2020. I get a call from Kelvin's other victim. Let's call her Miss O. She's a stylist for Lola Lennox. She told me, oh no, he was lying. It wasn't Annie. It's Annie's flat, but he's there for Lola. It's Lola and her boyfriend, Braden Wright. They're there at the moment. He's begging me. He was begging me for the £500 to get the samples for the cocaine. He was begging me, kept begging me, and I told him, no, I'm not going to give it to you. You have to sort that out with your brother. So, Kelvin Savaroj was supplying cocaine to Lola Lennox and her boyfriend, who is now her husband, Braden Wright. Miss O tried to, after I exposed, without names, on Afua's platform, Miss O decided that she was going to try and shut it down. She called me hysterically. Oh no, she was nice at first, but she called me. The conversation got a bit hesitant.
Alright, let's do it. We're all about the organic evolution on this channel. Oh, can you not stretch? Maybe we should, but I'm not too sure if the platform can hold me anyway. I don't really want to move around on it too much. It feels a bit like white bread. Is that better? So, we're here today for, this is year 2. This time is up. What made you start? What was the thinking behind the movement? It wasn't a movement when I started. I was responding to a really good sister of mine who's close to us. We had a conversation that had nothing to do with anything while I was in Tanzania. And out of that conversation it transpired that, or she disclosed that Vincent Rat had violated her when she was 12 years old. For many years I was aware of this man's atrocities, not just as a member of the community but also as a professional working in Lambeth. I used to work a lot with working girls up at Streatham Hill and Brixton Hill, from Holloway Prison and stuff like that, King's Cross, that whole scene. And I had enough of him. And now it had come really close to home. So I decided I wanted to do something about it, and I was the only mediums that I understood was Facebook and WhatsApp. And it was my daughter, who's now 22, that said, "Mum, put it on Instagram. It's going to get, the message will get out there quicker and wider." So she showed me how to use it. I uploaded it everywhere, put it in a few groups that I was in, and before I know it, it had gone triple viral. That then opened the floodgates for victims to come forward. Well, actually, I appealed for them to come forward, and that opened the floodgates for sisters in the community to start telling us their stories. And that's how it was born.
So do you feel, I mean, I'm sure, I'm going to ask the audience that are listening to us, do you feel that what Afua started is having impact in our community? Yes! If it feels so, clap man, clap, if it feels it's having an effect. But I know, sometimes when you're leading something, you're focused on pursuing that thing. You're not necessarily aware of the impact. Yeah. How do you feel, as somebody who started this, as you said, it wasn't a movement, but now it's got legs. How do you feel about the impact that it's making?
I think it's slow, but you know, that is the nature of the beast. And one thing I do know from being an activist for the past 30 years, championing just about every cause that affects our community, is that, you know, it's baby steps, one cork off your basket, as they say. So I'm never concerned with the numbers, even though my haters say I am, and I'm doing this for clout. Like I said, I didn't know about social media. It was something my children did. So I didn't even know what the concept of clout meant in the context of social media. So it's not concept for me. I'm here to spread the message. When I realized the magnitude of the problem, I thought I knew, and I didn't until I did that video. When I saw the magnitude of the problem, I knew that I had to continue. And as I say, it's day by day, piece by piece, really. You know, nothing has been planned within any of this. Now I think we're starting to get to that level where we want to be more structured and more organized, and we're recognizing that it's not going anywhere, it's not going away. The stories are not stopping. We're being told daily, weekly about atrocities that are still going on, and it's time. And you know, it looks as if I've been chosen, and I do believe I've been chosen, because I would rather be in Tanzania sunning myself and having a great time. And I'm going to be honest, I would rather be doing that. The headache that I've had, I've got 2 court cases fighting right now. You know, one of them is from my baby father. That was his reaction, by the way, to try to use mechanisms that were put in place by people that worked in domestic violence, namely people like myself that used to sit on Marat boards back in the day when you didn't have all this lovely DV legislation and the whole system around getting non-molestation orders. He's decided to tell lies and flout it as if he was a female victim. It's absolutely disgusting. So these are the things that are happening. I got this one, which we all know about. I've got that one. There's constant death threats. We've got to look over our shoulders. It's not fun, and I'm getting nothing but retribution from large sections of the community. So it's not fun, but I have to keep on going. And I have to keep on going. I'm going to be emotional here, but I have to keep on going because I have to keep on going because we have suffered for too long. We've suffered for too long, and we don't have a voice in this country as black women. We don't have a voice. We're the bottom of the barrel. We've got a double whammy. We've got the misogynoir. We've got the misogyny. We've got the racism. You understand? And I particularly am incensed over the fact that our brothers treat us like this, especially after we have been, from the plantation till now, the one factor and the one constant in their lives. That's why I do what I do, and I won't stop. If you guys remember from last year, when I came back into the country, I said I will not leave until I fulfill my promise. Even if it's on the smallest level, I will not leave here until there's infrastructure in place for us. Whether that is a helpline or even bigger, that would be great. But something where we can turn to when we need help. That is my mission, and that's why I'm still here 1 year later. As you know, sis, as you know. So it's really about funding at this point, to be able to move it forward, to get legal representation, to press for public inquiries. All of that takes money, and that's what we're working on in the background. Membership on YouTube is there, and that is definitely in the pot. We need more members, of course we do. There's a few faithful people that are on there at the moment. It's over 100, and that's good, but we need more. So join YouTube membership, because that's a great way, and I deliberately, we had a YouTube sort of give you these emails for anybody that knows YouTube once you get to certain points, and they were the ones that gave me the email. I was like, well, membership, what would that mean? I know I should do more on membership, but that takes more time, and I will. But you're able to choose how much you want to charge. So it starts at about kind of £20 or something, it works its way down. I've chosen £3.99. Now, the people who are financial minded around me, like, what are you doing? It's got to be higher. I said, no. We're in austere times, and we are the black community. We have nothing as a collective. Do you understand? I don't want it to be that people don't feel able to be able to join because the price is too high. Just because I might be able to afford $10.99 a month doesn't mean that my sisters can. You understand me? So it's $3.99, and I believe even on universal credit we can afford that. You're laughing, Donna. The reality is that many of us are in these situations, in these positions, and that's the cohort of our client groups. So I had that in my mind when I set the price. Those of us who are more wealthy, that's nothing, that's light work. And those of us who are less wealthy, it's definitely something that they can achieve. Maybe those who can give more should, absolutely. There's so many black businesses, there's so many black organisations, footballers, singers, rappers, whatever. Like, Stormzy, where are you? I hear you, brother, and I know you're doing stuff for the youths and everything, but where are the aunties? You need to fling some of it in this direction as well. But traditionally, when it's like ever happened, it's very sad, but it's true. Sis?
Have a charity.
Say, oh my gosh, my brother, last year I knew I remembered your face, but I could not remember who you were. And the security was so tight last year, they wouldn't let you through, and I couldn't verify because I wasn't sure. But I knew your face, and it always stuck with me, brother. So I'm sorry. And I'm glad you're here again this year. I hope it didn't put you off. I was always worried that it would and that you'd think I was a bit up my own arse, you know? So, bless it, bro. I'm so glad you came back.
So I'm going to open up. If there are a few questions from the audience, ask a question. As long as it's appropriate. Don't ask me about my Crocs. Ask an appropriate question.
As long as your initials is not MM or VR, I'm willing to answer the questions. This brother here, yes.
That coming a charity, so people can do fundraising through their own initiatives.
Yes. Those are considerations. I prefer a CIC because it sort of serves both purposes in a way, and we can set up legitimate businesses like self-defense tasks. Of course we would expect people to pay for that, even if we were able to give concessions, fine, but we would expect people to pay for that. So the CIC would enable us to do that and still have a kind of charity status. So that's in the vessel. But the problem with becoming a charity is that you're governed by the Charity Commission. If I can give Kids Company as an example, I remember that organisation from its grassroots. You know, when it was in its absolute infancy, I remember that organisation. Because they're a charity, and they grew beyond what anybody imagined, they were answerable. And I believe a lot of what went down around there is because they were doing really proper grassroots work. That's what I believe. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, but I do know this organisation from when it started, and I know that individual. And I know the work that was being done on the street, on a grassroots level from that organisation, but it won't fit the system. So I'm loathed to get charity status, but if it opens certain doors and it takes us where we need to go, I'm still open for it, put it that way.
Is it not possible to have a charitable arm and a functioning arm also? So we can have both. Any other questions? No?
Over here. Sponsor. What about sponsor?
Sorry.
Congratulations, well done. And I just really want to big up all the sisters and the brothers who are here, because, you know, we do need the support. And I started life off as a journalist, but then I drifted into working for women's charities. And I did this internationally, so I know that femicide, the fight against women and girls, is a global phenomenon. It's not just in this country, it is worldwide. Because, you know, the predators, they really are all about themselves. Now, one of the things that I wanted to tell Afua is that collaborate with other organizations with the same ethos, same aims, because that's how we're going to grow. Even the Charities Commission like it when you collaborate. I run a women and girls charity called WILD, the WILD Foundation. And WILD is actually an acronym for Women in Literature Development Empowerment, because we use words as healing. We get women bleeding onto the page and healing from historical sexual abuse from as young as 3 years old. Our women carry it. We also know, because we were funded to carry out Black Women Heal by the CCG, that a lot of our women who have cancers, fibroids, loads of stuff, they have it more aggressive. And within this year of running this program, the 24 women that joined us, 18 of them had their roots in child sexual abuse. So it's a serious thing. It's something that we as a community, we hide, and we shouldn't. We sweep it on the carpet, we shouldn't. Mothers hide it for their sons, we shouldn't. You know, and so our organisation is not just about looking at victims or survivors, but making influencers out of them. That's what we do. Oh, and this is my VP. You are VP. You are? Okay, she's VP of the Protect the Girl Child campaign, so she actually knows on a level that she wants little girls to be safe, little girls to be doctors and firefighters and car drivers. This is her dream at 5 years old for the girl child. So we need to just pass on these dreams to our own children and stay strong. Come on, we've got to stay strong and support this cause, because the trauma that goes with sexual abuse is, you can't think about it, okay? You can't think about it. These people who do it, they don't care. They're narcissistic, they don't care. So we have to care. Thank you. I could go on all evening.
I can't log on every week, because for me, as a woman, as an individual, they trigger me. Is there any way we can have a list of organisations, even if they're like wild or they are black-led, but somewhere for the sisters to go if they're triggered on those shows?
Yeah, it's been addressed so many times on the platform. In fact, didn't I address that last week, people? Or was it the week before? Yeah, I addressed it last week. And what I said is that I will be keeping all of this black pound. So because there's an absence of black organisations right now, I've got individuals that I work with, and there's the sister that just was speaking, and a couple of other, there was a sister that came up to me earlier on that is a counsellor for herself. We've got another sister as well. So I signpost people to these individuals when I deal with them. But for the audience that's watching, who do I go to? We've got NAFCIAT, which I'm aware of, over in North London. In terms of black bona fide counselling services that are offering the right models, because that's important, where are they? So I'm not just going to flag up victim support or, you know, the DV helpline. I'm not going to do it. Everyone knows where to go for that. And this channel will be dealing. So I'm saying, come forward. If you've got a black counselling service, if you've got an organisation that can support the women, come and let me know so that I can put you on a directory. And then I can start flashing them up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm adverse to it, it's that I'm insisting on keeping this black pound. We can talk about that, because we need sexual abuse champions too. Well, Vogue champions. That is definitely something we spoke about before, and it's something I've spoken about with the team. Let's see how many volunteers we get at this stage, because everything's voluntary at this stage. And I just feel that a lot of people are just too busy, too under it. You know, life chucks itself at you like a kitchen sink. And people aren't always able to give their time consistently. That has always been the bane of black organisations. Well, alright, so even if it's a core few, it can happen. So yeah, it's just... Well, thank you for that. Where's Elvin? Where's Elvin? I'm going to pass it back, but thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Yes, sis, yes, sis. That's what this section's all about. Come to you. Sit if you want. Hello, my name is Antoinette Simpson, and I've been raped all my life. I've been raped all my life. And you know what? This lady is remarkable, you know, Afua, because she's took this platform for us to tell our story, to stop being silenced. Because you know who silenced us? The family. Don't talk about it. Nobody know and hear about it. Don't talk about it. It's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. It's ruined lives. See my rape that I went through from the age of 14, and I can name and shame people, but I didn't come at her for that. I didn't come at her for no war thing. But I came to her platform last year, and I saw violators in her platform. That's what not made me come forward. And after her platform, I've been to memorials after memorials, and they chat shit about, we're here to help the community. I've contacted people, like, I've just had doors slammed in my face, yeah? I'm a black woman of 9 children, and after my rape, I turned to crack cocaine. 18 years clean! 18 years rascal clean! told me, oh, you've had a drink, so we can't deal with you. Yeah? I contacted you for the abuse that my children suffered in social services of Lambeth, and you told me you couldn't help me. I'm out and I stand on my own. I stand with me in Christ. Do you know what? I'm tired now. I'm sick. I'm tired. 20 years I wasted on crack. 20 years being clean and I'm still suffering. I'm still in pain. Oh God. I go to the police, they don't help me. Because you've had a little drink, you allowed yourself to be raped. No, I didn't. I went to your house because I was grieving. And you took liberties with me. You know how much violators was here last year? You know how much man that raped me that was here last year? And people shaking their hands and giving them bomber clock respect. Yeah? We need to take back our shit. Yeah? We are here suffering. Let me tell you something, yeah, you see me standing out here today, but I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. And I'm walking my path on my own. I go to so many memorials and I hear the bullshit. Yeah? Black lives will never matter. Because we're out here killing our own. Do you feel me? I'm in so much pain. I don't know if I've come out and embarrassed myself today, I don't know, but I don't care. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of being in silence. I'm tired. Do you know how much perpetrators are out here in Brixton? They stand up out here in the bookies and they got daughters. Yeah? They got daughters. I watched a post last night of Afua of some incident in Jamaica. A lot of yard man talk about that don't happen in yard. It's been happening in yard from day dot. Yeah? Parents are poly. Yeah? It's all about money. You never know. If you can pimp out your daughter and get money, it's okay. But let me tell you something. You see on Afua's platform, a lot of people ain't been announced. A lot of people ain't been announced, yeah? What about the women that pimped out their daughters? I can name and shame them right now. Yeah? You pimped out your daughter because you was raped. That is not acceptable. Do you feel me? But anyway, I've kind of let off what I needed to let off, but I haven't finished. I haven't finished. Because a lot of my kids got abused in the care system. A lot of my children got abused in the care system. And I went to activists standing up out here and shut me down. But I'm coming back. I'm ready. Yeah? 18 years clean of crack. I'm ready. Like Freddy. Alright. Afua Rose, I love you. And keep up your good work. And you see that youth there? I don't know your name, big man, but I salute you, because you got people's back. Yeah, thank you, yeah? Bless up. Keep up your work, you know? Keep up your work. Round of applause, please, round of applause, please. We need to talk about the women paedophilers, because there's a lot. You take your picnic, go get the man, and get money. I eat that thing that, you dog shit. You are a piece.
Thanks and praises to the Most High. And thank you all so much for being here. I just want to say a special thank you, firstly to Afua for allowing me to come on her platform and speak my story, but also to all of the sisters who watched my story and who have started to support my own campaign. It has been so powerful to me. So many of you are here, you just know me through Afua, My name is Linnea, right? But my YouTube is called Afrobelly, and that's where you can find my documentaries. So I'm gonna sing some songs. They're not mine, but these songs have been written about sexual abuse, pedophilia, and what's happening in the community. Wagwan, yes sir. Hey, hey. I'm a calm dog man. I just say Milton guy. What is security there? Time is up. Milton McGowan, your time is up. Milton McGowan, your time is up. Milton McGowan, your time is up. Milton McGowan, take for yourself. Milton McGowan, move from here. Why are you causing discord? Ready? I'm gonna do it. Pussy wood, how you for put your hood in a 8-year wood? Me ask them, yeah, free protect them, yeah. When school over, people still go home and leave the fella back a friend thing alone. If not, it's for happily depend on your own. You find your children headless with no clothes. Prevention better than cure. Execution red. Prison never too good for them. Full time we serve up the meds. That's why we ask Father God for strength. I miss the execution red. Put the rock round the neck and make them hang. Me not no mercy for none of them. No. The back and fear got the prosper. We me fuck you up like you. I'm a shot the kids you. Put your hand on your body like drama. Run them out from Boga. Run them out. I'm a execution for me. Prison I got too good for them. Time to serve up for you. That's why we ask Father God for strength. I'm a execution for it. Put all up round them neck and make them hang. Me none of mercy for none of them, no. Protect the babies, yeah. Love them, make them grow, if you put your in a 8-year war, me ask them you have to protect them. When school over, children, please come home and leave the fella back a friend saying hello. If nothing if I can get them on your own. Then find your child headless with no clothes. Prevention better than cure. It's the execution. Prison I got too good for them. Full time to serve up the meat. That's why we ask Father God to strength. I'm the execution. Put the rope on the neck and make them hang. Me not no mercy for none of them. No. Protect the babies, yeah. Love them, make them grow. Protect the babies. Love them, make them take advantage of you. Here we go. Young girl, one school girl, don't follow nobody. Look at that man, I call you sexy. He could be your daddy. You know things rough like glitter, and your mama no hobby. But me, I beg you to make them mess up your body. You dirty man, you dirty man. Leave the people picnic them alone. You're dirty man, you know it's wrong. Leave the people picnic them alone. It's such a disgrace, man. Oh, you're such a waste man. A waste man, yeah. Oh, mother, you can listen to your daughter. When she tell you she not happy, because that's mine over there, and me I beg you to stop me. That man where you have a come check you, when you left me still Atari. You left the young girl all alone. That's a love your daughter to not dirty man, not dirty man. Leave the people picking them alone. You dirty man, you know it's wrong. Leave the people picking them alone. You dirty man, you dirty man. Lead the people picnic them, my Lord. You dirty man, you know it's wrong. Lead the people picnic them, my Lord. It's a disgrace, man. Whoa, you're such a waste man. A waste man. Yeah, you see what just happened? Did you see that? Yes, fire! You see that Afua? You see what has happened? Remember someone just stand up and start singing up, and the man just come with him foolishness. Get arrested and take well, you know? Yes, thank you. One more time. You dirty man, you dirty man. Lead the people picnic them up. You dirty man, you know it's right. Lead the people picnic them, my love. This side is Christmas, man. Oh, you're such a waste man. A waste man. This side is Christmas, man. Oh, you're such a waste man. A waste man, yeah. Fire for our predator and pedophile. Fire on women collide. Mark lynch you. Rapist empathizers, those women who are defending your rapist sons. Fire. Yes, man, me I tell you now. Yes, Queen Afua. This man was determined to come here and make a name for himself today. He really, really was, and he got what he was looking for. That's what happened. Yeah? Big up to my security. Everybody give him a big shout out. Because you know what? Last year, obviously, it was a different energy. No one knew that I was in the country. No one knew that I was in the country, and we had lots of threats. We had to come in heavy-handed last year. This year, I had a choice of that, and I said, nah, they already know that I'm here. And you know what? We've got to a point where we're fully not afraid of them again. Yes, we have to take precaution, but I'm going to have a smaller, more targeted security detail. And we knew he was a threat. We knew he was a threat from at least a week or two ago. So his name was given to the police officers. They were very much expecting him, and he's shown up according to form. You understand me? I mean, what is that about? What is that about? We're going to hear back from Afro Belly in a little bit, people. But I'm going to bring up onto the stage probably one of the most controversial characters of the lives recently. And that's my brethren MC50. I don't give a damn what anybody's saying about this brother here. I know this brother. I know that he's not guilty of the things that he's been accused of. And he is a friend of the His Time Is Up campaign. Put your hands together for MC50. I wouldn't mind if you gave us a little a-cappella spit something for us as well, you know, my brother, don't you?
Thank you very much, Afua. Good evening, Brixton. Okay, good evening all. No, we're doing this as one. Good evening all. Alright, so we deal with manners and courtesy, yeah? Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, for those who are not aware and know of myself, I go by the name of MC50. Now, I happen to be a casualty, not a victim, a casualty of a false allegation. Okay? God bless Miss Afua Rose, my beloved sister. She gave me a platform, so I was able to express for the first time in 10 years where I had all the nation's ears to hear a transparent, honest truth. So many misconstrued stories about myself, people sensationalizing stories and whatnot. So as I said, Afua Rose gave me the opportunity to bring forth what happened with myself. As I said, I'm a casualty. This can happen to any man out here. That gentleman who was just there, you know what that is? That's what you call karma. That's retribution. What happens to that gentleman there? That's retribution. Let me just say this. Whenever you are trying to ever bury a lie, the only thing that's going to pop up is what?
Is what? Is what? Alright, so you already know this. That is the behavior of someone who is definitely somewhat guilty, but just by his actions alone. But as I said, you've already heard my story. It's on Afua Rose's platform. You can check it straight through and validate it yourself. As I said, I'm not here to explain or clarify. It's already been said and done. Who was wrong with it, roll with it. Like I said, I'm hearing some fantastic stories for some of these ladies who has been really been victimized. And the thing is, what really burns me the most, that these women who have been victimized by these perpetrators comes down, and it happens to me, it happens to be a casualty. When they carrying out those types of heinous crimes, it's people like myself who has the blame of those types of behaviors. And them type of fuckery, I'm not in on them team there. I'm not rolling for no man, but I stand with me and stand tall on what I say. So we know there is a great deal of perpetrators out there. And I'll say this, I always say this, those who point the fingers are the ones with the most to hide. Those who speak the loudest are always the weakest. Remember this at all times. So those who keep pointing the fingers, yeah, him, she, this, that, they have a great deal to hide. They have a great deal. So like I said again, I can't thank each and every one of you for turning up. One time man like Kill Up here, you done on my family, big up my brother, bless up each and every time. I'm going out to all of those who's been on Afua Rose's platform on their conversation. Afua, as I said to you already, my beloved, you are doing a fantastic service. This is something that is definitely required. I also said this, if there's any man, yeah, if you've ever been accused on allegation put against you and no one wants to believe you, no one's not buying your story, I suggest to you all, go to Afua Rose's platform and everyone will listen. Everybody will hear and everybody will listen. So as I said, I'm going out to all the men who are up and down the land, because there are men who are going through PTSD with this. Honestly, men are stressing out, men are suicidal, and like I said, men are suicidal because of the behaviors of men like this. Those type of perpetrators are putting it on guys like myself, who are clean and clear. I love women. I love women. I love women. Yeah, I honestly love all women. And for myself to go through what I went through, it was so heart-wrenching for me, gut-wrenching for me. And to come forward 10 years later to clarify, not explain. The judiciary did the explaining. There was no trial. Afua Rose got in touch with the person to get involved within the show to give their side. They declined. They declined, the so-called victims. And me as a casualty have to be there to clarify. But as I said to each and everyone out here, to our sons, especially women, when you hear about this and hear that, remember your sons. You teach our sons, also our daughters. It's imperative, because it seems as though we are relinquishing all values of today, all aspects and values, what we all grow with, our great-grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-grandparents, grandparents, leaving us with this legacy. And some of us want to relinquish it because of this new wave. New only means new. You know what it does not mean? Better. It does not mean better, it's only new. New is not better. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to step off this stage shortly. So thank you very much for the sound. Brilliant. Give yourselves a round of applause for turning out for the Sunday. For real, give yourselves a round of applause. You are all worthy. Of today, all aspects and values, what we all grow with, our great-grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-grandparents, grandparents, leaving us with this legacy. And some of us want to relinquish it because of this new wave. New only means new. You know what it does not mean? Better. It does not mean better, it's only new. New is not better. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to step off this stage shortly. So thank you very much for the sound. Brilliant. Give yourselves a round of applause for turning out for the Sunday. For real, give yourselves a round of applause. You are all worthy. All the time, my beloved sister Sterling. Britain's got reggae. Don't forget the Britain's got reggae support, yeah? Security, absolutely fantastic and fine. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. LB. Go be say sister, Kuna.
I'll see you're in touch with your feminine side.
Yeah, don't worry, gender neutral they call it. Gender neutral they call it. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much again. It's been an honor to be here. I can't thank you all enough. So thank you all once again. Brixton, North, South, East, West. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you.
Bless up each and every time.
MC50, just like that, each and every time. And of course, you know, the Queen Afro Belly, respect and honor each and every time. Love the energy, my queen. So right about now, we have another Empress who is gonna come on to the stage and do a little thing. Hold on the LB, my queen, my fire mama. Wait the fire mama, wait the liquor. So, Rasta Queen, you ready for Lego the rhythm? Taisha Lee, step forward, my queen. Come on up.
Blessings, blessings everybody. My name is Taisha Lee and I am an artist of healing, love and light, and today I was going to perform 2 tracks, but what is going to happen is that I'm going to share one of my truths with you. In fact, it's my whole truth, and it's just by sheer divine timing that I am brought here to share it with you. So I'm going to allow the run the rhythm DJ for the little track behind, so, and I'm going to work with it. Bring it down for me. So I have a real truthful story to tell you, and that is that pain is the birthing of beautiful things. My music is celebrating women and our ability to heal through things. My journey as a young child, my mum taught me things that nobody else teaches you. Sometimes it's your mum you turn to tell you the truth that the world does not tell you. My mum, who no longer can speak to me, she speaks to me through the lesson she gave me as a child. Trauma is a very dirty and dangerous thing if you do not deal with it. And when I tell you, if you do not deal with the pain, it passes on to your children. And I was only so lucky to be shown what is going on behind the scenes. My mom experienced things that she couldn't express to the world, so she showed up strong always, never allowed herself to buckle, and I truly believe that is the reason for her suffering. My mum suffers with a horrible disease called MS. She no longer can speak, she no longer can walk, but her truth that she told me lets me know is the trauma that she was not allowed to address that made her carry this pain, and has now resulted in her feeling, in her life experience being less than what she had intended for her life. My mum is a beacon of testimony. My grandmother, my family members who didn't allow my mum to hold her voice, took her voice from her. I'm only so grateful that she gave me a voice to stand up by myself independently and be able to walk my path. And in truth, it's her story that has led me to learn myself. I'm a very strong and powerful woman, and I believe I've been given a voice to empower others. Understand that you are not alone. Speaking up for yourself, I don't care what it is you've been through. Speaking up for yourself, you may not be heard by those you wish to be heard by, but your story matters, you matter. Everything that happens for a reason. Which is why I cannot turn around and say what has happened to my family, what has happened to my mother, the beacon, the woman, the stronghold, the lioness of my home. She has not been forgotten, because now I can stand here and say that no more, this will not happen anymore. In my life, I get to share with women and young people that we paved the way. We paved the way. If we stand together and speak together, we pave the way. In your silence, you are speaking because you and me are one. We hold a space together. We can make change together as long as we stay together, feel together, love together, look at one another as yourself. If someone else is hurting, I'm hurting. Not everybody will understand your story. Not everybody will understand what you've been through. But there's a beautiful grace in that. When you get to tap in and understand yourself, understand your pain beyond someone else's eyes, beyond someone else's vision, you can change a lot. Love on one another. Continue to love on one another. Alright? I hope you can feel the good vibrations and the good intentions I have to share with you this truth, because I am just one expression of many. And I'm very grateful that I have survived 15 years without my mother's voice and used experience and other people's feeling to teach me how to navigate in this life. And for that reason, I know that we have nothing but good things to look forward to. All of those who take away shall not be able to keep or hold us back. All of those who feel like they have taken from us, we shine brighter than that within. Stay strong from within. Believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to create the life that you want for yourself, regardless of what has happened, regardless of the scars. Look at your traumas in the face. Do not run away from your trauma. Share your traumas. It is the closest way and the quickest way to heal and open up a new path and a new doorway for yourself. I give you love and light and many blessings. Alright? Big love.
Courses there, level 1, 2 in IT. No men are allowed in that building. Also the Best Centre in Stockwell for women in prison or just released from prison. Just Stockwell Green, the Best Centre. You can pop in the Best Centre. They help you with your housing, your credit universal, kids in care, everything. No men are allowed in that building. With a clean break, you can have free food and come and shower. So check them out on Instagram or Facebook, the Clean Break Theatre Company. You can do all your courses there, they help you back into work. And the Best Centre in Stockwell. Mitzi Jill, you can follow me on Instagram.
Thank you so much for that information there. Yes, for LB Cousin. LB Cousin, we are there. Who for cousin again? We are there. Who for cousin? LB? Yes, LB Cousin. LB Cousin. You LB Cousin, Mitzi June. You LB Cousin. Bless up Mitzi each and every time. Yes, so right about now, is there any other queen, empress, lioness out there who would like to step forward and share a story or a testimony? We are giving you the floor right now. Beautiful, beautiful people. Come up on the stage, please. Do the stairs at the front. Let's give us some love. Come on, this time is up, family. Always one ear today.
Greetings. I'm Sheelin, my mid-soul healing. And this poem is called My Soul Uplifting Journey. The Scarlet Centre is a place for women seeking safety, fleeing sexual and domestic violence, women with vulnerability, seeking counselling, exiting prostitution. It was our sanctuary. Women with alcohol and drug abuse being supported with this facility. Help with housing, unemployment, homelessness and disability. It is where we retreated to discover clarity. At this centre, I faced my negativity, disbelieving I could replace negativity with positivity. With my newly found positivity, I now have creativity. My mind in deep stagnation, didn't know I always had creativity. Laying dormant deep down inside of me. Feelings buried because of the tragedy. So naive and manipulated mentally. Believing him when he said we were going to party. Was deceived and manhandled physically. My innocence violated, really distressed me. Lost my beautiful voice, which messed with me emotionally. Shocked and frozen, this could not be happening to me. Though high and intoxicated, I sobered instantly. I didn't fight back, which made me ever so angry. Dazed and numb, I came out of my body. He was notorious, I knew his capability. If I'd fought him, would I be here to tell my story? Would I be here to create my beautiful family? Imbalanced spiritually,
I was dead inside, you see. Feeling soiled, damaged and dirty. I scrubbed myself raw and cried out loudly. Why did this happen to me? Wasn't able to scrub the stinking stench away from me. At 16, a nightmare, my reality. A discharge, an odour and irritability. I didn't know what was happening to me. So I asked my mum, she shouted, "Child, are you sexing?" How could I tell her? Her whole world will come crumbling. Still, I stuttered and started explaining. She raved like a lunatic, shouting and spitting. "Wait till I get my bleep, bleep, bleep hands on him." New crimes committed had sent me to prison. I had no conscience, fought everybody. Men who lusted, spoke or dared to grab me, attracted and undesirable due to my sexuality. They would feel the rage welled up inside of me. Beating myself up. I would do this daily. I sought counselling to regain sanity. I saw him in 2012 in June at a fancy dress party. He stood next to me. I was suddenly going crazy. I didn't react, kept my composure and dignity, and if I reacted, who could have blamed me? This moment changed my life for an eternity. Seeing him again, this was my destiny. My friend asked me to go raving in Battersea, the same place where he took my innocency. And there I saw the man who violated me when he did say hello. All that anger inside of me released like a volcano erupting out of me. How dare you speak to me? My mind now racing. My heart was palpitating. My essence, my core. 27 years of suffering. I found my voice and started mumbling. Speak up, don't hold back. Tell the whole damn sordid thing. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Disbelief under his face, this couldn't be happening. I found my voice and publicly exposed him. Feebly he denied it and started yelling. He threatened to beat me, but I was no longer his victim. The burden had lifted, it felt truly amazing. The demon in my heart and soul had transferred to him. Heart and soul now ready for cleansing. I gathered strength and felt no shame. This was so releasing. The upliftment I felt was a beautiful feeling. Reclaiming my power, I burst out crying. My heart, my soul was joy uplifting. I now can feel my heart truly beating. My anger unblocked. I'm amazed at this feeling. This experience was detrimentally affecting. I was distant, couldn't bond with my children emotionally. Transferring emotional trauma, I didn't do this intentionally. Violent children may have given them this legacy. Our frustrations taken out and they're no surprise they're angry. Showing them love and understanding will heal community. My heartbeat, my children have turned out nicely. I give thanks that they are a blessing to society. My Scarlet Centre showed me so much clarity. No longer lost to the staff, I'm grateful and happy. My soul is restored and balanced emotionally, physically, mentally and psychologically. I open myself up to all possibilities. Attending several workshops have given me new opportunities, and now I'm able to express my feelings through poetry, knitting, jewelry making, figure knitting and pottery. I'm surprised and excited enjoying this new ecstasy. Leading my counsel showed me so much courtesy, support, compassion, respect and loyalty. Always understanding never made me feel guilty. Self-judgment, criticism, that all came from within me. No self-esteem and confidence, I just felt ugly. But at my Scarlet Centre, they saw only my beauty. And from this experience, I have learnt to love me. To reflect, find my purpose, embrace my passion and be happy. It's a gift I bring with this poetry. And from a budding flower, I now feel blooming lovely. A true expression of the divinity. This is my soul uplifting journey. So I just wanted to say that like it can take an eternity. Some people go to their grave without even talking their truth, and you know the little
thing that you can do is be like respectful when people are releasing, yeah, because people get ill. Like, I slipped 6 discs in my spine, and I was disabled for 3 years on my left side. And through eating foods that heals your body and talking positive to myself, yeah, doing affirmations, doing things that I love, and just transforming the whole experience. You don't have to be a victim. You can be a survivor, you can be a thriver, you can be anything that you put your heart, your soul, your mind to, but you have to sort out your mind, yeah? Okay, and thank you.
Blessed love, my sister. You know the word sound and power is a natural healing. And we give thanks as we say his time is up. Now we have the ladies from the UKCG. Are you going to have a speech? Sorry. Well, we still stand with those ladies from the UKCG. If you'd like to go up on the stage, then we'll give you the mic. So of course, this is the moment when you can all come up forward. Alright, you can go out to them. So this is the lady from the UK. What? Say it again. UCKG. Get it right, Alison. Thank you so much.
Greetings everybody. I just want to say I'm really honored to be here today to represent this movement, because this movement means a lot to so many people in so many different places. Now the reason why I keep talking about UCKG and I cannot let it go is because the UCKG is a mega church owned by a Brazilian billionaire. They're in Jamaica, they're in Africa, they're in South America, they're all over the UK, they're everywhere where we are. You don't see them in Knightsbridge, in Chelsea, up in Westminster. You don't see them there because they don't want rich white people. They want us, they want our children, they want all of us. And I said, you know what? No more. When I was 13 years old, I first went to the Croydon branch. If you know Croydon, you know the high street, just opposite the new Sainsbury's, that's where they are. And they got me when I was 13 years old, when I was vulnerable. And then they started brainwashing me. It starts off subtly because no one goes out to join a cult. You don't say, do you know what, I'm going to go and join a cult. No, you join an organization, a church, a movement. And then before you know it, you're deep inside of a cult. First it was, oh, come to our youth group. Back then it was on a Thursday. Then it's, oh, come on Friday and pray for your deliverance. Come on Saturday to do the work of God, to evangelize. Come on Sunday. Oh, you have to come Sunday service, and then you have to stay for youth group. Oh, and Monday you have to come to the church to pray for your studies. You have to pray for your finances. Tuesday, if you know someone who's sick, come to the church and pray for that person to be healed. And Wednesday, oh yeah, you need to come back for 2 services, and then it's a circle, and before you know it, you're going to church every single day. From the time I was 13 until the time I was 21, I was stuck in this cult. I was isolated from my friends, from my family. They tell you, if your family don't come to the church, oh, your family, they're going to take you away from God. Don't let them influence you. If anyone says anything negative about the church, that's just the devil trying to put doubts in your mind. Don't listen to them. We're your family. We're your support system. Don't listen to doubts. And then before you know it, your whole life is about the UCKG Help Center, known as the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God. Before you know it, all your money gets sucked into this place. They're big on prosperity preaching. Okay, they think that anything you want could be bought at a price. And they do not play with their finances. They're very big on tithe. They say, look, if you don't give your 1% of your gross income to the church, you're robbing from God. Your salvation's at risk. Are you even saved if you don't give your tithe? You have to give your tithe. There's people who go without food, who go without paying their rent because they give their money to that church. That church right there that we went to, there's people that make their kids go hungry because they have this event twice a year called the Campaign of Israel, where you're expected to sell things. Students give their whole entire student loan. People give their salary. People clear out their savings. People sell assets to give to that church, the UCKG Help Center, in exchange for some blessing. You see, the God of the UCKG is transactional. You have to give in order to receive. Even salvation, they preach that in order for you to be saved, you have to give some type of offering. You have to come to the church X amount of days. You have to give this, you have to give that. So by the time I was 15 years old in the church, they put me in this uniform and called me an assistant. And then I was suddenly charged with safeguarding other people. But who was safeguarding me? Who was taking care of me? Who was making sure that I was okay? I was 15 years old, dressed up in some kind of air stewardess uniform. Those who went to the UCKG before, you know what I mean. You have the assistants dressed in the heels, in the skirt, the top and the blazer. 15 years old. I was doing my GCSEs and I'm getting calls from the pastor. Rachel, you need to come to the church after. You have to evangelize. You have to bring people. Make sure you come after the church, after school to church. Every single day there was no peace. By the time I was 19, I was married off in the church because they said you have to get married. You have to set a good example to people. 19 years old, I dropped out of uni to get married to another church member. And they do this. They force young people down the aisle because they think it makes them look good. And then when you leave the church and grow up and get your own man and decide you have nothing in common, they don't help with supporting you the divorce. Because the damage is already done. They don't business. In the same way, I know there's people in that church who are being beaten by their spouse. They go to the pastor, "Pastor, my husband's abusing me." What will the UCKG pastor tell you? Oh, pray for your husband. Give an offering to God. Maybe he'll change your husband's heart. You can't separate. You can't leave your house. No, that's not a good example. How many stories are there in that church? But to the outside world, they want to put on a show and say, "Oh, before I came to the church, my life was like this, my life was like that. But ever since I came to the church, my life is completely transformed." But they're in there suffering. When I was in the church, I had no money. I was always constantly having to give my money to the church. I had no social life, no friends. In my wedding, there was only about 3 family members, and I come from a big family.
Wow.
Where was my family? They were put to the back because I was isolated. I was alone. Now that I left the church, do I even remember who was in my wedding party? They're wicked. I left after a year of marriage when I was 21 years old, and that was the hardest decision I ever made. Because I knew that I would lose everything. All my friends, my whole social life, I knew that it would be cut to an end. Because what do? They tell you that when someone leaves the church, no contact. Don't talk to that person no more. That person's of the world. That person's demon possessed. So I literally went from having a so-called support system in the church, because as long as you're given the chance, they even control what underwear you wear.
Wow.
Isn't it divine? Yeah. They control what underwear you wear. They had a list that's called a no-no list, and they were telling our daughters what underwear to wear, what kind of nail polish to put on, what kind of friends to keep. This is our daughters. These are our children that they were controlling. It's a complete code, and I'm calling them out. Now, I left nearly 10 years ago, but I've been carrying around the trauma. Let's talk about the psychological abuse. Because how many of our kids go to a UCKG, or you know someone, you have a cousin or an auntie or someone who goes to UCKG, and all of a sudden they change, they're not the same. They're withdrawn, they speak differently, they think differently, they dress differently. It's because the church controls you. They tell you that if you go to certain places and do certain things, you're going to go to hell. And they even play recordings to traumatize people and make people obsessed with death and heaven and hell. Vulnerable people, remember, because they don't want rich people. If they see someone and they're walking and they're family and they're happy, they don't want you. They want the people who's suffering. They want people who's already vulnerable, and then they get you in the church to brainwash you to destroy your life. So when I left now and rebuilt my life and had to detox all of that unhealthy thinking, last year I decided to speak out publicly, because this is a big church. Just to put things into perspective, the founder of the Universal Church... Huh? Yes! Victoria Clumby. This church is the one that's responsible. The church's headquarters is over in Finsbury Park. Now Victoria Combe was a young girl who was abused by her family, and they brought her to the church in Finsbury Park. And rather than the pastor calling the police or raising a safeguarding issue, he put his hands on that little girl and exorcised her and prayed for a demon to come out of her. And then a few days later, that little girl was murdered. And the church, we weren't responsible. Look, we didn't see anything wrong with the little girl. No, that's right. And even on their website, if you was to go onto the UCKG website, uckg.org, there's a section where they flat out deny that they was even involved. But we have publications from the BBC which confirms their involvement in that little girl's death. And there's a few others. I need people's support in this. We're on social media, Surviving Universal UK. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. Please follow, please support. If you know someone who attends this church and you need support, DM me. We will work on an escape plan. We will help you, because this church is destroying people's lives. When I decided to speak out last year, the floodgates opened, and I got people from Africa, people from New Zealand, people from America reaching out to me because they are too being traumatized by this church. But now they're saying that it's persecution. The pastors, if you go on the social media page, especially Instagram and TikTok, you'll see those pastors from that church laughing, gaslighting us, calling us demon possessed. We have nothing to offer. It's all lies. They took zero accountability for this movement. In this movement, people's been sexually abused in their church. But what does the pastor say? Oh, never in our church. Not in our church. That could never happen in our church. You were abused psychologically? No, that's not true. We never do that. Hundreds of people's been speaking out, but they take zero accountability. When we went there earlier, you saw the look on their face. Does that look like a face that's humble? A face that's willing to take accountability? Never. They are smug. They're so smug, and they decided that they're not going to take any accountability. But it's okay, because we're going to make them take account. Because the public has been asleep to their atrocities. But their time's up. Their time's up. They thought that I would just shut up and let it go and move on, but they picked the wrong one. I'm a future lawyer. I'm currently in law school, and I promise you, there's going to be a point where I'm going to be able to round up survivors, and I'm going to take all of their money. We're going to get compensation because they mashed up people's lives. People are left homeless. People are left with severe mental health problems because of this church. But I say enough. We're not doing it no more. We're not tolerating it. We're not having it. Now they organized to have a police match with the police team. There's a local police team that's actually having a football match with their youth group because they're trying to save face. They're trying to save face. They're trying to say, you see, if we're so bad, how could we be working with the police? But don't worry, I'm already on that. That match is going to be cancelled. That match is going to be cancelled. By the time the police know about the Surviving Universal UK movement, they're going to cut all ties with that church then. And then they're going to have to put on their social media event cancelled. And they're going to have to explain why to their members. Thank you guys. Follow our social media page. Tell everybody, tell the young, tell the old, tell them if you're ever approached by someone from the UCKG, tell them to literally run. Don't even walk, run away from them. Because they will brainwash you and abuse you and then discard you. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Blessed love, sister. Blessed love.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Hear from a few more people, and then we're going to have Afro Belly back to close us out. It's been a beautiful turnout, my brothers and sisters. I'm so proud of every single person that's here, and I want to give a big up to all the brothers. Hurricane Toya got stuck in, bit of the old teach first there, restraint going on. And everyone that was in that effort. I mean, look, I think that's what he wanted, to be fair. That's what he wanted. He wanted the attention. But this sister, you know, this is Sister G that also told her story on a Friday Night Live. I'm going to leave her to say the rest. Bless up, sis.
Good evening.
Good evening, darling.
I'm going to make this quick. I just want to tell my story. The reason why I felt it was necessary to speak today is because I just want Afua to know how well she's doing. Sorry, how amazing she's doing. Can you hear me? Yeah. I just want to let Afua know how amazing she's doing, and also just to let her know the impact she has made on my life, speaking up on my trauma and thinking that, you know, I was the one to blame, and actually it was the perpetrator. But when I was 14 years old, my mum took my family members from Jamaica into my house. I gave up my bedroom and I slept in my brother's room on my bed. And and my cousin's partner, he used to wait for moments for everybody to leave the house, for him to then, you know, kind of whisper sweet nothings in my ear and, you know, say inappropriate things. And it wasn't until a day when his wife went out, and it was literally me. I just came back from school and I was at home and he was there with his son. And he raped me in my own bed. And after that happened, he then persisted to traumatise me by knocking on the wall at night time. I didn't sleep. I cried myself to sleep most of the time. I didn't understand what was going on. I was angry at everyone, mostly my mum, because she brought them into the house, but she didn't know what was going on. Since then I've spoken to my family, but at the same time he fled to Jamaica after everything came out, so I just felt like everything got swept under the rug. And then Afua's life came along, and I built up the courage to tell my story, and I want to keep talking about it until I no longer feel nervous of talking about it, because I've handed that shame back to him. It's no longer my shame, it's his. He's disgusting, he's a nasty piece of work. I'm raising a 4-year-old daughter, and I'll be damned if a finger was laid on her head. Women, please look after your children, hold your children close to you. I remember one thing that my mum always used to say to me when I was in school. If I asked her to stay at a friend's house, she always used to say to me, who's staying in the house? And I'll tell her, and she always used to say to me, is there any men in there? But I've realised as I've got older that it's not just men, it's also women. So it's not about who's in the house, it's who are these people? Do you trust them enough to let your child sleep over at their house? Me personally, I just think children should stay in their own house. Don't stay at nobody's house. Because at least that way we know what is going on. Because I can swear that I know that nothing's happened to my child, because my daughter is with me or my mum, and that is as far as it goes. So just be mindful about the people that you bring into your house, and just be mindful about the people that you allow around your children. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sister, and of course, you know, we all share in your pain. We share in your journey, your healing, and we pray healing for each and every one of the survivors who are here today. And we bless up and we thank you all for taking this platform as yours and for sharing your experience and hopefully giving strength to other women and other sisters out there who have also traveled your journey. So we say thank you and we bless you, each and every one. So we just want to show some love. Let's show some love. This time is up, family, for all of the queens who have come out today, who are feeling this one. We feel it. We feel it. Yes, blessed love, blessed love. We're going to hear from Sis towards the end. But what I want us all to do, I want us all to get into a big circle. Can you guys organize yourself that way? Get into a big circle, hold hands with your neighbor. And let's make it form all the way around this parameter here. We're going to block some reverence and some energy right here now. Yeah? We're going to block some energy. We're going to share some energy. And we're going to put a ring of steel and protection around here. Let us not forget that many of Rat's victims and the men of Brixton, this was their stomping ground before it was called Windrush Square. Yeah? Ah, there we go. There we go. Hold hands with your neighbor. Please, everybody, don't break the circle. Don't break the circle. Let me get some footage of this. Yeah? Please, please, yeah. My sister wants to say something. Hold on.
Lean on me when you're not
not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need, come on, somebody to lean on.
That's right, babe.
Please follow your plan. If I have faith, you need to know. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody. Let me hear you. To lean. Let me sing it on. Lean on me. Come on. When you're not strong, I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please follow your pride. If I have faith, you need when you need a friend, we all need somebody to lean on. You just call on a sister when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. My last verses. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for good time and bad time. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Respect. Don't break the circle, people. Don't break the circle. Don't break the circle. Right now we call upon every single one of our African ancestors. We call upon the spirit of all the warrior people, those that stood in resistance to all evil. We call upon the spirit of the most high living God Yahweh. We call upon the spirit of the mighty warrior Christ the Conqueror. Yes, we do, the Ethiopian. We call upon all the elements, all the positive vibrations, and we say that we form protection each and every one of our lives. Protection on this ground, that no more will women and vulnerable people have to suffer at the hands of the wicked, my brothers and sisters. Bring forth the energy. Bring it forth. Bring it forth. Yeah. Let me hear some noise. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Yes, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Send positive healing energy from both sides of your body to your neighbor and spin it round again. All right, you want to say something, brother?
One, two.
Big up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Afua, big up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Afua, born for conquer. Big up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Afua, born for conquer. Big up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Chant with me. Everybody hear with me. I say I know what. Big up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty. Afua, born for conquer. Big up the Almighty. Jumpy. Big up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Afua, born for conquer. Big up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty.
Afua, born for conquer.
Big up the Almighty. Bless up the Almighty. Love up the Almighty.
Afua, born for conquer.
Sister, live love.
All right, we've got just a few minutes. 2 minutes, sister wants to come back again, and then we're going to go straight to Afro Belly. No worries.
I'd just like to say my name's Antoinette Simpson. I didn't hide it before. I'm not ashamed no more. But I just wanna big up Afua, cause she has brought this stage to blood clot dirty Brixton. She has brought this stage, and she has risked her life to come here. Yeah, and I pick up all the security that have had our back. Yeah, to Afua Rose and her family. God bless. And I want some help out here today. Thank you.
Alright, blessings. Right, we're going to close out, people. We're going to close out. Afro Belly, beautiful sister. Looking hot today, by the way, my sister. I forgot to tell you, you look beautiful. You look amazing. Alright, she's going to give us the outro. And it's just as I say, we're going to be on live, my people, tomorrow night. It's a special live on a Monday night so that we can all come together and debrief and talk about today. All right, so we'll be on live. Look out for the live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Bless up.
Oh, battery's dead. Battery's finished.
Yeah, big up everybody. Thank you all so much for being here as always. Thank you for coming and showing the strength and the support. Especially thank you to the brothers that are here, because it's just so rare, you know, to get that support from men. So really appreciate love you, all the guys that are here, and to all the survivors as well. Let's just keep flourishing. Let's keep healing. Let's keep staying in alignment. Also, I do work in healing. I work in yoga and wellness. So I will be telling Afua when my healing space is started. It's specifically for women who have survived trauma, who need to come and talk and work through issues. So look out for that. And let's go. You ready for sing? Hold on there, people. Are you ready? Oh no. Hey, pussy hole, how you for push your hood in a 8-year-old? Me ask them how to protect them soul. When school over, children please come home and leave the falla back. Everybody, that's right. We're Caribbean this time around. Big up to the ancestors. Hey, pussy hole, how you for push your hood in a 8-year-old? Me ask them, Lord, me protect them soul. When school over, children please come home and leave the falla back a friend thing alone. If nothing there for happen, you're there on your own. Then find your head body without no clothes. Prevention better than execution for rape. Prison I got too good for them. Full time me serve up me mate. That's why me ask Father God restrain me. Say execution for rape. Put a rope round them neck and make them hang. Me not no mercy for none of them. No, pedophile, you figure suck your man. The gangsta figure make you prosper. And me will chop you up like butcher. So don't wrong the people them fast. If you try mash up the kids' future. Me put a hole in your body like farmer. Run them out from Boya. Run them out. I miss an execution for rape. Prison I got too good for them. Full time you serve up your meds. That's why me ask Father God for strength. I me say execution for rape. Put her up round them neck and make them aim. Me nah no mercy for none of them. Yeah. Alright, so now ready for the wrap-up tune. You know we're gonna do our anthem. The next song is the anthem for His Time Is Up. Not sure Afua, right? Somebody put the drums and lift up the vibe sheets, right? So if you don't know the lyrics, you just need to know this part. You know it, though. Here you go. Oh, if you do it to a pile, you're pedophile. Again. Oh, if you do that to a child, you're pedophile. Young girl, going to school, girl, don't follow nobody. Cause that man where I call you sexy could be twice your daddy. But no, I say I'm with the hungry. Your mama no heavy. But please me, I beg you, don't make them mess up your body. You dirty man, you dirty man. Leave the people picnic them up. You dirty man, you know it's wrong. Leave the people picnic them up. It's a disgrace, my fire. Whoa, whoa, you're such a waste man. A waste man. Mothers, hey mother, you feel listen to your daughter when she tell you she not happy. You see the signs and turn a blind eye, and me I beg you for stop me. That man when you ever come check you, when you left him still a tarry. You left your daughter all alone. Don't say hello to your daughter to no dirty. You dirty man. Leave the people picnic them alone. You dirty man. You know it's wrong. Leave the people picnic them alone. It's a disgrace, man. Oh, oh, you're such a waste man. A waste man. It's a disgrace, man. Oh, 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 you're such a waste man. A waste man. What we say? Dirty man. You dirty man. Leave the people picnic them alone. You dirty man, you know it's wrong. Leave the people picnic them alone. It's such a waste man. Whoa, whoa, you're such a waste man. A waste man, yeah.
Come on, Queens, let's show some love for Afro Belly. Yes, man. Beautiful voice, powerful.
Love, that's a voice of our ancestor right there. Loving that, my sister, thank you. Well, we got 10 minutes to go. We're gonna just play out with some nice tunes from beautiful sister here, Rasta Queen. I'm loving her kente cloth. Yeah, so we're gonna just roll out with that. Thank you once again for a successful His Time Is Up March. His Time Is Up 2022. Let's see that if we get to 2023, my brothers and sisters. So yeah, gonna see you tomorrow on the live at 9 p.m. Usual slot, usual place, and we're gonna chop it up. All right, Rasta Queen, over to you.
So make we hear it for the warrior queen and the empress. Afua rules. His time is up. Afua rules. Warrior queen. His time is up. Lift up your hand and hold it up high. We say today, return to sender. shame, no more guilt, no more secrets. We don't own it. Take it back. Rasta Queen, warrior sound, respect and call of honors. Pull up that Rasta Queen and make we come from the very top. Yes, warrior sound. Afua Rose, Killer P, manners Madoops, honors to the highest heights. Each and every one who has come out today. Sister Sheba, LB, Celine. Thank you to everybody who came out to attend today. I just want to big up Killer P. Thank you, Killer P. Family. I want everybody to give Killer P a round of applause. Everybody to give him a round of applause. Big man thing, come out to support. Thank you all for your courage today. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you for your donation. Big up the security. Thank you, James. Big up the Rude Boy. Big up the security them. Big up Jane the journalist Jane. Big up everybody and make sure when you go on you take your letter with you. Big up the big man, 5-0, and now forget 5-0, you mean? Ali, big up Alison Shining Stars, Bonner Smurf. Behave yourself, you know. I travel down LB, but we love her. Afua Rose, you do it again, my sister. And your honors is tall up like Kilimanjaro. Real warrior empress, real warrior queen. Hurricane Tire, we love you just like that. All the survivors. Annie, all the survivors, we love you. We not just hold tight. For the children out, this time is out. So Rasta Queen, just go and bubble and rock it out. Because every tune where you play today have a meaning. I will love you like that, my sister. Yes, man.
Them turn off the electricity.
Yes, sir. So it look like say I hit that, my brother, you know. Okay, we're gonna go 5 minutes with the drums. Yes, man. Okay, well, sound, run it. Then can't stop the time, Afua. When we tell them say they might win the battle, but them can't take the war. They can't take it from you, my queen. For you have righteousness by your side each and every time. Yes, man. One love, one heart.
Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through.
We love each and every one.
No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Thank you, Mama,
for the 9 months you carried me through. Oh gosh.
Pain and suffering.
No one knows
the pressure you bear.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows the pressure we be a black woman.
Mama, I will never let you down. I'll never go away. I'll always be around. You know why you do it, such love that you found. I'm always gonna let you wear that.
Black woman, queen of creation. Me hear some testimony today. We touch my heart. Can't lie. Let me tell you. Hold tight, hold firm.
Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Oh, thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear.
Anna, we love you. Each and every time. Surprise.
So proud, such good son you have. You're the one who teaches me all the good from the bad. Even when the system keeps pressuring my dad, you got iron. be a good most I got. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. If you was my love again. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through.
We thank you, Afua, for the 2 years. We thank you, Afua, for the 2 years you carry me through. Yes, Queen.
I'm a big man now, that's how things go. Things to do to survive, only Johnny.
Warrior sound, alongside Rasta Queen. May I tell you now?
From the down low, work so hard to see us go to school. Blisters on your fingers so they can't take us for food. I'm here for a purpose, I'm here to rule. Most high job, Rastafari will see us through. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering.
Just remember,
no
please,
the pressure you bear, just
live in peace.
And you
walk good each and every one.
All those pain and suffering.
I know you are all in our hearts, in our thoughts, in our prayers. Yes, man. Never underestimate the power of prayer. May I tell you now, faith as small as a mustard seed.